What's happening, guys? I'm Dan. Welcome back to another episode of Poor Michigan Reviews. Excuse me if you hear some grinding in the background. I threw my dog a bone, literally, to distract him. So we're distracting the beast while we review today, guys. I was diving into my cellar just a little bit ago, and I thought I'd break this one down for you guys. It's Bourbon County Brand Stout 2018 version. So we like Bourbon County. These are highly sought after every single year. And this one is kind of one I just threw in the basement and forgot about. So I have different years, guys, and I don't think I have an older one. I have to keep looking, but I think this is the oldest one I have in my cellar that is obviously unopened. So I think I have a couple 19s and 20s, and that's really all I have left for Bourbon County. So this was bottled on July 26, 2018, so we're approaching 4 years on this bottle, guys, so that's pretty sweet. Haven't had an old barrel-aged stout in a long time. I guess I'm going to crack into it with you guys. I have the evening off. Let's see what we get into. It's been a long time since I've had a Bourbon County brand stout. Let's see. Good smoke. That cap did not come off that easy. Little brown sugar hanging on that cap as well. Let's go to a pour, guys. We have a pretty big beer glass ready to go. So not jet black, but pretty darn dark pouring into that glass. A lot of darkness, a little intertwined brown, caramel, a little bit of black tar caramel head. And I'm going to go ahead and fill this puppy up. Yeah, so it's jet black in the glass, guys. Obviously, we have, again, that burnt charred tan head that kind of is just sitting over that darkness, but it seems to be wanting to dissipate. There's a little bit more darkness around the edges, and there it goes, guys, kind of disappearing. You're left with a little ring, and that's all we've got. This is exactly what you want to see out of Bourbon County. That's what it is. I can smell a little bit of barrel, actually, without even my nose getting too close yet, which is odd. Let's see if this has rested, and let's see how the flavors have kind of blended together, guys. Let's go to an aroma. Yeah, that head's gone. Oh, boy. Boy! Woo! Oh, yes, that's beautiful. A little bit of that barrel coming out. Definitely some heat. Seems like it's a lot more tamed than it normally would be fresh. It's got some zippiness, too. I see a little bit of, like, bubbles kind of coming up like a volcano in the middle of the glass. That's interesting. But what you're really getting is, like, still this dark kind of, like, brownie fudge, brownie batter, caramel toffee, and then a lot of dark fruits. Like, I forget how much dark fruit is pushed into these beers. Like, those dark raisins, the dark plums, black plums, you know, kind of pruny kind of thing in there, too. It has a lot of that. But a lot of dark chocolate, like semi-sweet chocolates, kind of all mixed in. Just very, very nice. It smells like sweet, too. It smells sweet on top of like an aged, oaky, charred barrel. Like, I can tell the barrel is almost like secondary now. It's very calm compared to maybe where it once was. I know that this was hotter once upon a time. What's the ABV on this one? I didn't even look at that. 14.7. So yeah, dang near 15%. Wow. Smells delicious. There's a little bit of like vanilla in there, a little bit of dark molasses, obviously, some dark malts, roasted malts, a little bit of coffee. It smells amazing. Let's go in, guys. 2018 Bourbon County. It's a special one. Bringing you for the ride. Let's dive in. Whoa. Yeah. There's like that coffee, like dark chocolate bitterness that kind of lingers. A little bit of ethanol vibe on the back end. But that barrel, guys, has pretty much erased itself. I mean, it's there, but it's like the fumes of the barrel. Like, you're not getting as much of the like deep, dark, soaked, just woodiness of the barrel. You know, those things have kind of like eased off the accelerators. Not quite to that level anymore, but what you're getting is more of like that the vanilla kind of like the vanilla sweetness kind of mixed in a little bit of like marshmallow. You're definitely getting a little bit of the barrel, but just the remnants of it. Like, it's not as sharp as it once was. I'm positive, because I remember having a lot of these. But yeah, this fudgy dark fruit thing is very powerful. The dark fruits are the most powerful thing that have come out on this. I always do remember the dark fruits coming out, but not to this level. It's that like a little bit of like fennel, licorice. But again, I always say like that bourbon soaked raisin is not so bourbon soaked anymore. It's more of the just dried raisin. It's more of the plum, the fig. Maybe like a little bit of like pithy grape skin, you know, like intermixed with that. The char, more subdued, more subdued. Caramel toffee, a little bit of that roasted malt, roasted coffee, dark chocolates for sure. But there is a little bit of like brownie sweetness in this as well that comes out. It's still fudgy, but again, it's more reliant now on the shoulders of the dark fruits. That's what's most abundant in this beer. You're kind of losing the edge of the barrel. It's not as maybe like chocolatey as it once was. It seems like those things are more subdued and more refined. It's good. It's really good, but I'm trying to think the more I drink bourbon barrel-aged beers, I tend to like them fresh more than I do aged, because I want some of the heat from the barrel. I want that woody char. I want some of the bourbon-soaked raisins. I'm getting the raisins, but they're not so bourbon-soaked anymore. This goes down very velvety though, like compared to other beers, and then this one nearly being 15%, it shouldn't go down this smoothly. So I think that's what makes this beer so amazing when it's aged, is that all those flavors that come together blend beautifully. And now we're talking about a 15% beer that goes down like butter, guys, with incredible adjuncts thrown into the mix. Again, coffee, a little bit of like that bitterness and earthiness on the back end. That earthy fennel thing comes out on the back. But it's beautifully blended now. I mean, it's just a much different beer maybe than it once was. It's not as sharp on certain aspects. Yeah, like a dark sweet cherry, like Montmorency cherry in there. That's coming out. Again, raisin, cherry, fennel, plum, grape skin. It's all in there. It's all in there, guys. Again, vanilla, still pretty sharp, a little bit sweet on the front. More roasted malts, a little bit of coffee and dark chocolate sweetness. And then semi-sweet chocolate bitterness on the back end. So, guys, it's beautifully blended. It's not going to get any easier than this for 15% beer. Going down way too smoothly. So if I had to rate this with my dog making a hell of a commotion in the background, let's see where I'd put this. It's getting better as I drink it too. That's the problem. There's a little bit of the bourbon. That's weird. There's a little bit of the bourbon coming out. Unbelievable. But it's not hard or harsh on your palate. It's still smooth. Like, you're getting the bourbon, but it's so chill throughout all the other adjuncts with it. Man, that goes down just way too easily. Wow. Little caramely, little smoky. Wow. I'm gonna go 4.81 out of 5, guys. It's fantastic. I sometimes like a little bit more of the barrel heat and the young age on the beer. That's sort of where I sit these days, but it doesn't mean I'm always gonna say that. But today, I sometimes think I would wish for a fresher barrel and a little bit more of the youngness of the qualities in the beer. But 4.81, come on, guys. 15% going down like butter. Amazing beer. I'm glad I got to share this one with you guys. Wow. Fantastic. Yep. That's where I'm sitting today, guys. I really appreciate you sitting down with me and watching this, clicking on the video. If you made it to the end, thank you so much. Hit the like button. If not, no problem. If you want to subscribe to the channel, I'll be delivering a lot more content for you guys. We're going to get this baby up to 1,000 subscribers, and if not, that's still fine too. I'm here for fun, guys. This has been Bourbon County 2018. Excellent stuff. I'll be sipping on this one tonight. I'm over now, guys. Cheers.